It started like a typical weekend in our quiet neighborhood, peaceful, orderly, and governed by HOA rules. That peace lasted only until Karen decided my backyard fence was in the way of her new convenience. An ATV shortcut. Yes, an actual shortcut for her all-terrain vehicle. I first noticed her sneaking around early one morning. The sound of revving engines and clattering would drew me outside. My fence, newly built, sturdy, and clearly marking my property boundary, was being torn apart. Karen had apparently decided that a few feet of my land was expendable to create a more efficient route for her recreational vehicle. "Karen, what are you doing?" I shouted, rushing toward the chaos. "This is ridiculous," she replied casually, swinging a piece of wood like it was nothing. "I'm just making life easier for everyone. The shortcut is a win-win." I explained calmly that she had no right to demolish my property. My fence was legally mine, built according to HOA guidelines, and any destruction constituted vandalism and trespassing. She scoffed. "Guidelines don't matter when the neighborhood needs me to blaze a trail." I documented everything: photos, video footage, timestamps, and witnesses from nearby yards. Then, I contacted the HOA to report the incident. Karen, unsurprisingly, tried to argue her case, claiming that the fence was blocking communal convenience and that she had implicit neighborhood rights to alter property lines. The HOA was shocked. They issued an immediate cease and desist order and demanded she halt any further construction on my property. Karen predictably ignored them. Within days, she had finished her shortcut, and my property was left in shambles. I had no choice but to escalate legally. I filed a civil suit for trespassing, vandalism, and property damage. The documentation was extensive, including security footage showing her maneuvering the ATV through my yard and smashing sections of the fence. The court proceedings were tense. Karen tried to argue that the fence posed an obstruction to community safety and that she was acting in good faith. The judge, however, was not impressed. After reviewing all evidence, including witness statements and HOA records, the court ruled decisively in my favor. Karen was ordered to pay $200,000 in damages, covering the fence replacement, landscaping repair, and legal costs. The news spread quickly throughout the neighborhood. Neighbors who had once tolerated Karen's entitlement were astounded. Her attempt to justify illegal destruction of private property as a shortcut ended with a financial and social disaster. She had overstepped in the most dramatic way possible, and the consequences were severe and undeniable. This incident taught me several crucial lessons. First, entitlement can lead people to rationalize the most absurd and illegal actions. Second, comprehensive documentation, videos, photos, timestamps, and witness accounts can be decisive when confronting overreach. Finally, HOA rules and legal protections exist for a reason, and violating them has real, enforceable consequences. Today, my backyard is restored. The fence stands tall and intact, and the ATV shortcut is nothing more than a cautionary tale. Karen, meanwhile, faced a harsh financial lesson she won't soon forget. My neighbors still talk about the ATV fiasco, a stark reminder that entitlement has limits, and attempting to override the law can cost far more than a few pieces of wood.